What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Liz Cambage once again. Apparently, she's walking away from the WNBA. I believe this is kind of done this before, right? And she's done for the time being. Now, I have made numerous videos about Liz, not at once, over the months. I recently made a video on my BasikSocialPoliticz with Jada Black channel. I'll put the link in the description box. That was her initially leaving the team, right? A team she had just signed to. And according to people who actually look at the WNBA and her stats, it seemed like she had some solid stats. So it wasn't that she couldn't play. It was a situation of her not wanting to. And she is citing mental health issues as to why she is not able to perform on the court as the team would need her to release the statement. I want to say this about Liz. I've said this before. Now that she has OnlyFans, I don't think she really cares a lot about the WNBA like that. I mean, they're not paying these women what they think they should be getting paid. And maybe she just feels like it's not worth it. Now, she's citing, it possibly being mental health or whatnot. But we will see. Because I've seen how people talk about their mental health, but they're doing photo shoots. They're at events, parties. They're still locked in on social media. They have not taken a break. If you have mental health issues, you're going to take a break. But not everybody's different. Maybe, people's issues are not always social media related, which is interesting because I think a lot of anxiety has been boosted due to social media. And Liz is no different. And when I look at Liz, this is somebody that is dealing with a lot. And we're going to get into it because there were some information as of maybe a few months ago? No, some weeks ago, about how there were issues with her before she decided to step away. And that might be the reason why she doesn't want to come back. Now, again, the LA Sparks is a team she wanted to go to. She wanted to go to the LA Sparks. I think Liz has been accommodated a lot in her WNBA career. I just think it's not enough because I don't think she really has the passion for it like that. I mean, that's just how it looks. And she's being mocked on social media for it. She's being mocked on social media for it. So let's get into it. This is according to The Spun. So Sports World reacts to Liz Cambage decision news. Shortly after agreeing to a contract divorce with the Los Angeles Sparks, the Aussie WNBA star Liz announced that she will be stepping away from the league for the time being. In an Instagram post, Liz apologized for leaving the Sparks the way she did, saying she wished it ended on a different note before diving into her decision. I've decided to step away from the league for the time being, and I'm hopeful that WNBA will do their part in creating safer environments and a stronger support system for their players. I'll be taking this time to focus on my healing and personal growth before providing clarification on past rumors. And this might be the rumors that she is referring to. And let's see, the Sports World reacted to surprising Liz Cambage news. Saw this coming, tweeted Marcus Spears. Hope she gets herself to a good place. Someone else says Liz Cambage breaks up with the league that already broke up with her. And then someone else said she went from likable to out of a job in less than a year. She played in 25 games with the Sparks. Liz averaged 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks. Now, there was, again, as I said, there was some things that was written about her as to why she's no longer there. Now, this is according to Chris Haynes of Yahoo. Says Liz Cambage was leisurely running up the court, complaining on Saturday. This was back in July. So this was back in July, back when things broke down between her and the Sparks. Complaining on Saturday while playing against her former team, the Las Vegas Aces. League sources told Yahoo Sports her condemnation stemmed from not getting enough post touches from her Los Angeles Sparks teammates, which sources close to the team say was normal behavior for the four-time WNBA All-Star. Teammates couldn't help but acknowledge Liz's discontent, and in return, out of annoyance, they began force-feeding her the ball regardless of what play was supposed to be run. Sources say after the Sparks' 84-66 embarrassing blowout loss, Liz rushed to the locker room to get dressed for an early exit out of the arena after finishing with 11 points, 5 boards. In 22 minutes prior to departing the locker room, she had a message for her teammates. "I can't do this anymore. Best of luck to you guys," she stated before storming out, according to sources with knowledge of her departure. Her teammates were shocked at the timing, sources say, but not of the end result. On Tuesday, Sparks announced they had agreed to a contract divorce with Liz, ending her lone season after 25 games played with the organization. Liz couldn't be reached for comment Tuesday. This was back in July. This was back in July when things started to break down. The 6'8" star was the franchise prize offseason acquisition. When she signed as a free agent in February, she personally negotiated her 1-year, $170,000 deal after parting ways with her longtime agent, Allison Gaylor. The Sparks had 2 cornerstone players exit in recent years in Candace Parker to the Chicago Sky and Chelsea Gray to the Aces. Adding Cambage gave life to a potential championship window, with another dominating big leading the way, similar to Lisa Leslie and Parker during the Los Angeles Sparks glory days. Cambage came with baggage. She finagled her way from the Tulsa Shock in 2013, the team that drafted her with the number 2 overall pick in the 2011 WNBA draft. Tulsa retained her rights and later became the Dallas Wings. From 2013 to 2018, she played overseas. Liz asked for a trade from the Wings in 2019, a year after signing a multi-year contract. And leading up to the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, Liz, an Australian citizen and member of the Australian national team, reportedly called players on the Nigerian national team monkeys. During training camp, she withdrew weeks prior to the tournament, citing mental health concerns. The monkey remark could not have been easy for the Sparks veterans, Nika and Chine, who are sisters of Nigerian descent and who are actively appealing FIBA's denial of their application to play for the Nigerian national team, which is very interesting because I think both of them, weren't they basically born and raised here in America? Because I've seen Chine on ESPN, so she just has no accent. So I'm pretty sure. Now, again, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't both of the sisters born and raised? Aren't they second generation Americans? But they want to play for the Nigerian team. Now, I don't know if they're. Now, I could see a situation where they have dual citizenship, but I could see a situation, and again, I don't know, y'all correct me, where they were maybe born there but raised here. Maybe they have dual citizenship. They should be allowed to play. I don't know. Derek Fisher, the head coach and general manager of the Sparks until he was fired in June, brought Liz to Los Angeles. Multiple players on the team felt the center could help the Sparks if she was focused and committed. I told y'all, she does not care about basketball anymore. I think Liz cares about being famous. I've said this about Meg Thee Stallion. You got people that care about their craft, and then you got people that care about being famous and making a lot of money, which is nothing wrong with that. But when you're on a team sport, you have to be able to focus on winning and helping your team win instead of yourself. But they expressed concerns that she's known to be a player others don't like to play with, sources said. Despite those reservations, Fisher took the star on and he got himself fired. Before kicking off the 2022 WNBA season, things had already gotten off to a rocky start. Cambage requested to wear the number 8, but the Sparks informed her that the number would be retired to honor Delisha Milton-Jones. Sources say so she asked for number 1, but that number belonged to forward Amanda Zui B. According to sources, Fisher approached Amanda about giving the number to Liz, and she politely declined, explaining the number meant a lot to her. Liz still wanted the number. Time went by, and sources say management eventually made the call to give the number to the new starting center. That's crazy. I told y'all, they did everything they could to accommodate her, and it still wasn't enough. They took a number, a jersey number from another player, and gave it to her. That's how selfish Liz was. She doesn't care about basketball. She cares about being famous and doing OnlyFans and people knowing who she is. That's all she cares about. Amanda learned her number was given away via social media. Sources say this approach ruffled feathers within the locker room. Sources say in an unrelated move, the Sparks would suspend Amanda for the 2022 season. The same girl who got her number snatched, they said, you know what, we gonna just sit you out. Probably because she was upset and she wasn't gonna sit there and be quiet about it. According to a team source, Fisher was of the understanding that her overseas commitment would have forced her to miss up to the first 13 games, and the team needed to finalize its roster in advance of the regular season. A suspended player does not receive a salary that season, and the team retains the player's rights. Over the past few years, Sparks players have complained about the lack of leadership, delegation, and accountability from the higher ups. In film sessions, sources say it was customary for Cambage to call out teammates, accusing them of looking her off and not targeting her. Teammates would counter that she's not sealing in the post, and seldom gets back on defense when a turnover occurs. It was a conundrum that went unresolved. The one ongoing team grievance is the club's practice location. The Sparks practice at Jump Beyond Sports Complex the majority of the season, and it's been described as the worst practice facility in the league. Sources say Fisher and staff picked this location prior to the season to the dismay of most of the players. Sources say an AAU team wouldn't want to play here, one player said. Fisher didn't respond to text message questions from Yahoo Sports. So there's a lot going on here, man. I'll just link it in the description. No, this is some reporting that is going on. Again, this is reportedly. I'm not saying that this is why, but there's a lot that was going on behind the scenes. And it led to Liz no longer being there. And it's very clear to me that Liz wants to do her own thing. And this is why I think that she just needs to leave basketball alone. Because it's obvious that her priorities have now shifted and she wants to do her own thing. So do your own thing. You know, don't rely on being a WNBA player when it is very clear that you don't really care about it. You know, you're working on your brand and working on what you're doing. I think she just needs to just focus on that and stay away from the WNBA, because it's very clear that she really doesn't even want to be there. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.